Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Thursday, July 24th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us today. Make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciated. And as we always do, we'll get to the cappers, see how they're doing here on this Thursday, and then we'll get right to the three plays we got going in the MLB. And I'm just going to flip on this 1 week countdown until we'll see some NFL and the Hall of Fame games. So it just keeps getting closer and closer to introducing a few more sports here on Cover the Spread. Looking forward to it to those days. But hey, let's get to the diamond because we got some plays there to get to this Thursday. So first, head on over to Ramon, see how he's doing. How are you doing here on this Thursday, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Hall of Fame game for sure, Rod. My Chargers against those good Detroit Lions to start off. And man, the Chargers, they opened they didn't open camp officially, but they were, they were down in San Diego for their first day of workout. So I thought that was pretty cool to go back there and, kind of fire up the old San Diego fans. Anyways, we're going to talk Major League Baseball here. I think we found some games we might have forced them to play. I guess they don't want to play on Thursday this week, but we got a few games to pick here on Cover the Spread.
Definitely Thursday this week, one of those days where it's a smaller slate of games. We didn't get any rainouts on Wednesday, so hey, we didn't get any extras like we had on a couple Thursdays back where we had a whole pile and some extra games. But Thursdays, it is what it is. I think we found some winners for you here on Cover the Spread. So I don't know, Al, how are you doing here, buddy?
Yeah, me still trying to get off the schneid after the All-Star break here. It's been a rough one, but hey, we'll turn things around here, and hopefully before all the other sports come back, we got some making up to do in baseball here. So let's get that done, and yeah, definitely looking forward to the other sports, obviously too. But still got some baseball to work on here.
Right, definitely. I feel you got hooked, as they say, on the last one there. I had the over in the Yankees and Blue Jays, and it was 9.5 when I gave it out here, and they got to 9. So got hooked, as they say. So definitely looking for a bounce back. All right, let's head on to Thursday's action. Hey, speaking of them Blue Jays, let's go right back to it. We're heading into Detroit to take on the Tigers here. Love this game for the Blue Jays. You look at this Tiger squad, and man, just struggling offensively has been this Tiger squad coming out of the All-Star break. So I'm guessing they're going to be like, hey, maybe a little bit of home cooking. Well, you're facing a Blue Jays squad that's still been pretty hot coming out of the All-Star break offensively as well. The Blue Jays have turned it up. So we've seen a series back in Toronto back in May. Hey, Detroit won that series back in May. We've seen this same matchup we got going here. We got Lauer for the Blue Jays on the bump. He only went 3 innings in that game. Pitched well for the 3 innings that he did go in that start. On the other side of the bump for the Tigers, we got Olsen on the bump, and he looked real good in that start as well. Went 6 innings, held down the Blue Jays, 1 hit. So definitely it was a pitcher's duel in that one. But that was back in May. We're looking at July here, and this Blue Jays offense has come alive. No more leaving guys in scoring position. They've been hitting and smashing. I think they're able to get to Olsen here early and continue to give Lauer a bunch of run support. You look at what they've done in his last 10 starts. They've won 8 of those games of the Blue Jays. So they like when Lauer's on the bump. They definitely give him some support, and they continue to get wins. I like the Blue Jays here in this one. I don't know. This Detroit squad till they start to pick things up and maybe look a little bit like they're alive. You got swept by the Pirates. Yikes. What are the Blue Jays going to do to you here? I got to go with the Blue Jays. I'm going to take the Blue Jays on the run line here in this one. I think they beat up on the Tigers and win by 2+ here in this one on Thursday. Hey, let's head on over to Ramon. What do you think here in this one? Blue Jays or Tigers here on Thursday?
Yeah, all of a sudden the Tigers' offense has been non-existent here for the last week or so, or out of the break, I guess. I mean, they're barely averaging 2 runs a game. You've been shut out a couple of times this past week. So, runs might be tough to come by here in this one. I think you got 2 pretty decent pitchers. Lauer, he's mostly a starter. We know he's come out of the bullpen a couple times this season, had some openers as well. So he comes in with a 2.8 ERA. Olson, certainly solid numbers here, 2.71 ERA this season as well. So I respect what you're saying, Ron. This Blue Jays, that what a weekend it's been with the Yankees. Tough series, no doubt about it. But hey, they're still in first place here. I hope Detroit's still in first place. But I know they're not going to blow a 10-game lead here this late in the season, are they? But I'm sure they'll get it coming around here soon enough. But in this one, I'm going to go with the under in this game. I think we got two pretty solid starting pitchers in this one. So let me go under with Detroit hosting Toronto in a pretty good game. Division leaders. Doesn't get any easier for the Blue Jays, but they're doing pretty well for sure.
Definitely right. Crazy. The AL is never an easy. The Blue Jays themselves are in a tough division, so
playoff preview, Rod.
Possible, right? Hey, Blue Jays to Tigers. I'd be fine with that. Definitely, I'd be fine with that series.
You can take your chances there.
I would take our chances there because hey, we still got some the trade deadline's coming up. I think the Blue Jays are buyers. I think we're going to see some. They might add some pitching arms into the mix. The offense has been good enough, so what's wrong with picking up another arm or two?
Too, Rod. They're like a near top 5 bullpen now.
Yeah, so I added a couple pieces. I wouldn't mess too much with it as a Blue Jays team, and they're playing pretty good. But nothing wrong with throwing an extra little depth into that bullpen come playoff time. Head on over to Al. What do you like here in this matchup? Toronto or Tigers here on Thursday?
Yeah, speaking of that bullpen, I think that's their biggest advantage here, other than obviously the current form. These Tigers just are not playing well right now at all. But so I do agree with Rod on the full game. Although with the Olsen's numbers against this lineup, I kind of wanted to lean towards the Tigers in the first 5 innings. But again, given their current form, I think the better play might just be to look at the under in the first 5 innings here, just to give everyone a different look. I agree on the other plays that Rod and Ramon gave out too, though. But I'll just go first 5 under. As Ramon was saying, these 2 starters have been great. Now, Lauer has been hit a little bit by this lineup, but I'm not too worried about that. As we said, Tigers struggling now, and Lauer's pitching great. So I think they both come out strong here. I'll take first 5 under.
Hey, that wraps up the first game we looking at here. Next game, we got game number 2. We got the Athletics heading into Houston to take on the Astros. This is Al's game. He's going to get a start on this one. Houston or the Athletics here on Thursday. What do you like?
Yeah, again, this one I wanted to back the Astros first. I was seeing Gusto supposed to start this one, and now it's looking more like Jason Alexander expected to open this one up. Now, how deep he goes into it, we'll have to wait and see. But on the other side, you got Luis Severino there for the Athletics, and well, he's not having his best season. And I think the Astros do get to him here a little bit. There was a couple of different looks. I wanted to go. I originally wanted to take the Astros team total over, but I think that with Alexander now, despite having some pretty good numbers against this lineup, I think it's only a matter of time till they get to him as well here. I just don't think he's that great a starter. So I don't think he'll take much help from the Athletics to get us over this whole game to go over the total.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here? Astros or Athletics on Thursday?
Yeah, it's no joke what Al was saying. As well as the Astros are starting to look right now and clicking, this little point in their rotation is going to be a little bit of an issue. It feels like right now with McCullers. He just has a blister, so he'll be back. But over the next couple of days, they're going to be throwing a lot of different arms out there. I guess lucky you're playing the A's, huh? Yeah, the A's, we know they've had their moments, but they're back to losing again a little bit here this week, and a bit of a losing streak early in the week. Lost all those games that they just played out there against Texas. Lost some games to Texas, lost some games to Cleveland as well. They've been on the road. This is their 3rd city of the road trip here out of the break a little bit. So still going to try the Astros here on the run line. I think this offense is really looking good here right now. And just feels like a little bit of a mismatch. It feels like Houston has definitely hit their stride right now. They clobbered Seattle and then came in and knocked off Arizona in a couple of games to start that series. So still going to roll with them here. There'll be some different arms out there for sure. Like I said, in this series over the next couple of games, actually, I don't even think they know what they're doing on Friday as well. So you're going to see a lot of these guys. I'm sure Gusto will be in. Don't worry, Al. Gusto's going to make his way into the plans here somehow. Maybe he'll be the Friday guy. I would imagine you'll have guys like Neris in there and Ort and all your favorite Astro relievers in there right now. So I will still take the run line with Houston here over the A's. I think they might sweep them this weekend.
Hey, I mean, for me, looking at this game, you look at the Athletics taking on the Astros. Hey, it's Severino, right? We're all like, Severino's on the bump. Well, look what he's been doing his last couple of games. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in his last 2 outings. So it's as much as we bugged him, he's been pitching pretty well over his last couple outings. Has been Severino, but not so fast. I agree with Ramon over here on this run line. Severino, you look what he's done. After a couple outings when he's given up 2 runs or less, he's 0-6 to that run line, Ramon. So that's great for your run line there. The following team in the average is 7.8 runs for their opponent to 4 for his team. So that being said, give me the over team total for the Astros here. I think the Astros will be able to pile up on Severino, and we see a little bit of regression for Severino. I don't see him having 3 amazing starts, especially out here on the road heading into Houston, where look at that home Houston number. It's they play their best baseball at home. Numbers don't lie, and they're starting to pour it on. This is the time of year, so I agree. Take the team total over for the Astros here in this one. Head on over to game number 2. We got Seattle taking on the Angels here in this one on Thursday. This is Ramon's game. He's going to get us started. Seattle or the Angels? What do you like?
Well, I'm going to keep riding with Yusei Kikuchi. I think I've pretty much made a show out of it here with you guys over the last couple of weeks. Seems like I'm always on Kikuchi, 3.13 ERA, but mostly against these Mariners. Man, this guy's Cy Young when he faces Seattle for some reason. Just 1 earned run in his last 23 innings pitched against Seattle. Now, that does go back a couple of seasons for sure, but the names are familiar. Cal Raleigh, J.P. Crawford, Rosarena, J-Rod. They're a combined 6 for 34 against Kikuchi. So I'm going to roll here with the Angels at home. Look, the Mariners trying to chase down Houston. They need wins, no doubt about it. But Evans comes in here with a ERA over 4.5, and I think the Mariners might have a little bit of trouble, or Evans might have a little bit of trouble with this lineup. Doing a little better here right now. Trout, of course, Ward, but some other guys too have been clicking as well. Mondaka, you got Soler and Neto at the top. So I think the Angels are actually hitting quite well. That's been their big surprise this season. I think that the offense has done so well and allowed them to stay at a 500 level all the way to August. I'd say the Angels have actually probably exceeded their expectations so far this season. I'll take them against the Mariners on Thursday.
Headed on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Seattle or the Angels on Thursday?
Yeah, as much as Ramon likes to back his Kikuchi here, I think we'll see some offense here from both sides. Not just again, he's been pitching pretty well. Definitely putting up better numbers than Logan Evans has recently. Hasn't completed 5 innings in his last 2 starts, giving up 6 earned to the Yankees. Okay, maybe you can forgive that a little bit, although the Yankees haven't always been their best this season. But he did bounce back a little bit, completed 4 innings against the Astros, giving up just 2 earned there. But again, not going that deep again. So I do agree. I think the Angels get their offense going a little bit here, but I do think that Kikuchi gives up a couple himself. Then, we got some decent bullpen action here out of the Mariners, about middle of the pack. The Angels... not that good there. So I expect them to give up a couple more runs there. And all that being said, to say this, with the wind blowing out a little bit too, I'll take this game to go over.
And from here in this one, yeah, I agree. I think we see some offense in this one for sure. But I'm going to take the Angels to do the bulk of the heavy lifting. Give me the Angels team total over here in this one. I think they can get to 6 runs for us here in this one. Do we need 6 runs? Maybe not. This might be only at 4.5 team total wise. But I think for me, I've got them getting to at least 6 runs in this game. So even if they make this 5.5, or you want to take the stand up a little bit, I don't mind. I think the Angels can easily get 6 runs. Evans looked awful giving it up last time, and I think the way the Angels have been hitting, I think they're able to get to him early and often and get us that total. So he total over for the for the Angels in that one. Hey, that wraps up Thursday's action here on Cover the Spread. Let us know what you think about the 3 games we covered here in the comments section below. We love the interaction and chat with everybody in the comments section. So appreciate that. We appreciate each and every one of you that tune into these videos. Also, let's get to a quick little recap before we head on out. First game we looked at, we got the Blue Jays heading into Detroit. Game I love. I think the Blue Jays continue to stay hot with the division lead and continue to add some, maybe some, try to pull away, get some more wins. So, and they're also trying to revenge that earlier season series loss to the Tigers where they came into their home ballpark and got a win. I like the Blue Jays to win the series this weekend. They little bonus for you. Blue Jays win the series this weekend in this 4-game set with the Tigers. But take the Tigers at this one on the run line for me. Next game we looked at, we got the Astros taking on the Athletics. This is Al's game. He says take the over here, Athletics and Astros. Plenty of offense in this one to get us over the total. Next game we looked at, we got the Mariners taking on the Angels. This is Ramon's game. He says grab the Angels here in this one to beat up on the Mariners and get the job done. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's have a wonderful Thursday. Let's smack it out of the park, they say, and do what we do here, and that is cover the spread.
Cover the spread.
Spread.